Welcome back to the stream, everybody. I have just figured out how to change the title on TikTok streaming. It's actually really simple. I don't know why I haven't done it before. Um, Audio check on YouTube. Audio check on great. What about Twitch? Great. What about Twitch is fantastic as well. Pop out chats. Right. Got all the chats. Perfect. So, in Dreadnought today. How I think I'm going to end up doing it is painting the exo armor in the red, and then be some parts that are going to be black. I don't exactly know parts. The shoulder parts are going to be that cream color that I've been using. And yeah, so I did take out this front plate. That's going to be red. Spray painted my thumb black. I was painting this above. Yeah, I guess without further ado, we're just gonna get right into it. Red tone, that is not the color. We have exciting news. The Blood Raven army is fully built. So next week, I am hopefully, possibly Monday, possibly tomorrow, will be my first game. All depends on the weather. We are supposed to have a pretty nasty storm here, apparently. Not looking to the next. We're only supposed to get upward of 6 inches, but we have a lot of wind, 40 miles an hour. And it's possible that we lose power. So if I lose power midstream, I'm sorry. That does not. I've been nervous about painting Dreadnought now for a while, and now I've been nervous about a lot of the models that I've painted. You know, my first Primarch, my second Primarch, the what is that? The Void Dragon that I painted, the Helldrake, Vastor, pretty much anything that is not a normal Space Marine, I get nervous about painting, or like normal infantry. But then they all turn out pretty good. So it's like, well, and like always, love to know what you guys are working on, if anything, or if you're just in watch me paint. Like hearing from you guys. For those of you that don't know what a dreadnought is, it's from Warhammer 40k. And if you do something really good for the Imperium, in death, you will become a dreadnought. So if you're like some well-known hero, something like that, you won't die. Well, you will die. They just won't let you stay dead. They'll put you in a dreadnought. So being that you're supposed to be this like really great hero and everything else, I'm going to do gold captain, way of like honor. I did want to kind of keep this a little realistic, and what I mean by that is, you know, it's a big metal walking tank. So with that being said, there's going to be a lot of, I don't want to say exposed metal, but there's going to be more silver showing on this. Yes, you could paint everything if you really wanted to, but I don't know. I don't know if, if I would technically do that. If I was painting a dreadnought in the 40K universe. This is going to be a little bit of a learning experience for me because I haven't painted one of these before. So we're going to paint the exoskeleton first, and then we're going to go from there. Now, if I decide that I do like it, I'm going to say like that, and if I don't like it, then I'm going to pay more. As of right now, it is going to be just the exo armor that is going to be red. And the coffin up. Thought about trying to play with some blacks too, making the armor black instead of red. And no, the armor black. Um, Black instead of silver, red. But again, not 100% sure. Still playing with ideas. I'm kind of gonna almost go off of a Gundam. They have that inner frame, and then you have that outer frame, and the outer frame is the part that's actually painted. The inner frame is just that like titanium color. That's kind of my thoughts on how and why I'm painting the Dreadnought the way I am. And not exactly sure if that's going to be a great idea or not. Find out. I'm going to be adding some Power Glow Blue to the claws. I'm also going to putting battle damage on this. That way it's not just flat red. But all the silver parts that are going to be silver for now, I already went through and did a dark wash on them. Just so that way you guys don't have to do that pre or beforehand. I think would be kind of boring. Also, if I'm wondering, how's my audio? I move my mic. I'm gonna move my mic closer. I'll just put my other headphone over my ear. Normally I don't. We'll see how this goes. I don't believe anybody is going to be joining us on voice chat today, so you guys are stuck with me. Right. This is going to take a lot of paint. So much to the point I might actually have. Oh, wow. But so much to the point where I might actually have to make more paint. We'll see. Thank you, white noise. I like the red too. Okay, so the audio is choppy. If I talk louder, is it better? That's from YouTube. Okay, fantastic. We will just talk louder. Oh, how is it going, white noise? Doing anything fun? Logan says hi. Hello, Logan. Okay, there's two Logans I know, so trying to figure out, do I actually know you? My son's name's Logan, and then I have a buddy whose name is Logan. And I doubt Timberland would be watching this. Could be wrong, though. I have been wrong once or twice. Or 3 or 4 times. I don't know what the emoji that is. Pull up chat. Like zoom in. Elbows. Elbows. Why are you white noise? So apparently my wife changed her name on YouTube. I figured it wasn't Timberland. Oh, I see. thought it was weird when you have, or when you said Logan says hi. It was like, who are you? Right. Try to get more red back in the chess piece. I'm actually really digging the red on this. On larger models, it's actually kind of nice red, and it makes me curious on how the tank is going to look. Very excited about that too. There we go, talking quieter. Your Maz will yell at me later. You know, you should have brought your custodies with you. Then you could have painted your custod. Well, you could have built your custodies. Or your admax. I'm sure at some point I'll just end up building them for you, and you can just paint them. No, you want to build them yourself? Alright, fine. Let you build them yourself. I just keep bugging you until you actually do it. I just realized I'm not in my stream chat. My stream voice chat. Whatever. Help with AdMac. What do you need help with? It's the color thing? I thought you were going with like the Jawa route. They're brown. Yellow eyes. Oh, with building? I can build your AdMax for you if you would like. You know, this would actually be a nice AdMech red. For like the Iron Strider that I got you. And then you just like add some rust colors to it or something like that. Be almost perfect. Don't know if I'm going to side of that part. This outer shell for sure is getting this red. Why are you... Stop texting and driving, love. Got of that. Is going to need a second coat though. Awfully thick. Other chats, make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, not missing anything. Okay. Alright. Good, good, good. Excuse me. Cream of turkey makes me burp. It was good though. Good lunch. Right. I will say, I think it will be cool seeing a knight and a titan these colors. This red I think is actually very beautiful, and the more I see it on this, the more I'm loving it. One thing I'm definitely going to try to do with this is the coloration on the smokestacks. I really do enjoy painting the bigger models. I don't know if I just think that they're easier or what the reason is, but I don't know. The bigger models, it's, I want to say it's less demanding. If anything, it's more demanding, but it's less stressful. You don't have to like strain your eyes or anything for it. That makes sense. Alright. Do a little bit more red on this piece. A little bit more red over here. Then we can go on legs. Quite a bit of paint I used right there. Spread it out. Also, getting my buddy Jordan into Warhammer. So he's hemming and hawing on what army he wants to do. Although I think he's chosen Grey Knights. And I told him that won't be his only army. Grey Knights are special. The fact that you can just pick up a unit and move it. Which, don't get me wrong, I should find a counter for Grey Knights. I just don't know of one yet. And when I finally figure it out, so happy. I did build my Thousand Suns to be pretty much anti-Grey Knights. Due to the 4-6 beasts. I'm running 2 of those in a 1,000-point list. Kind of mean to do. Grey Knights are mean. So, care that much. What they deserve. I do think at some point I am going to steal. I don't know why I keep saying steal, but I'm going to be taking the Grey Knight Chapter Master model and using that for either Blood Ravens or that other army as a captain. The issue that I have with captains is I'm not the biggest fan of their abilities. You get one really good turn with them. Personally, I think the lieutenants are better overall. Just because their abilities is all the game. Not just the ones. I don't remember what the captains give. It's lethal hits, maybe? Sounds right. Joins on TikTok. Thanks, love. Guess you're being true to what you said. Joining on 3. And now you're sending hearts. Or was it Dead Hack? Might have been Dead Hack. Welcome back. What is the 3 next to your name? Oh, I don't know. That one. It's weird because it's not showing that you're um watching right now. If I can start a Q&A, I can start a poll. Huh. Twitch. We're gonna learn chat there. I do with chat on TikTok. Oh, nothing really. Okay. Weird because each platform is just different enough from the other ones that they all have something unique. This is actually very AdMech reddish. The more I think about it, the more I look at it, it is very AdMech. I do think Blood Ravens are technically supposed to be a couple shades lighter. But not how I'm going to. I like this color. I just hope Army Painter doesn't get rid of this red. Of these mix of reds, I should say. Be sad. I know they've gotten rid of. There's a blue that was really good for Alpha Legion. Apparently, they got rid of it. It actually kind of sucks. I didn't get to use it part of their first series. And I thought about trying to buy it online. It's like, why? It's only going to make it harder to try to color match. Or if I paint the Alpha Legion army like that, then I have to keep buying it online. No point. That's where I played with colors, and then I found the Alpha Legion color that I use now. Oh. bit left on this leg. Not a whole lot. Suppose this part is actually external armor right here. Right. I really do like this red a lot. I know I keep saying it like every stream. It's a pretty red. I like to make a green like this. Honestly, I would like a little bit of a darker green. I think that'd be good for Dark Angels. Once I have those 3 armies built, stop buying miniatures for myself for a while. Focus on focus on my backlog of stuff and start doing some commissions hopefully. Then I can get a knight. And like I said last time, once I get to 1,000 subscribers on TikTok, I'll do a giveaway on TikTok. Just because really it shouldn't be longer. Probably midway through 2026. If I had to take a guess by the rate that I'm growing back now. Which again, thank you guys for that. November I was at, I don't know, like 30. So yeah, no, thank you guys a lot for that. I really do get it. Closes without getting my hands covered in paint. We did miss a little bit on this other leg. that quick. Get a little too yet. Right. Up this part. So I don't know why I'm saying first dreadnought. This is not my first dreadnought. My second dreadnought. I'm just thinking about a couple things all at the same time. Painting this strategies for Warhammer. Trying to figure out the Etsy store all at the same time. Also did figure out how to change the TikTok kind of like the cover page for TikTok for the stream. That is something I should start doing again. It's been a while since I played with Canva Pro for streams. Also trying to think of what I should paint for next week's Sunday. Yeah, because next week Sunday I have another stream. For that one. Honestly, it will probably be more Blood Ravens, just because I'm going to start playing with them. I would like to have a painted army. Then we'll probably go Vashtor's army. Finish up Vashtor's army. And we'll go the Vaultborn after that. Excuse me. Hey, we got 3 viewers on Twitch. Hello, everybody on Twitch. Weird, it said a person joined for a second left, but it's not showing in the thing that they joined for TikTok. Alright, so we're working on this crotch area. We're gonna go over everything that was light. I should get it. It's red too. Just because and technically exo armor. I'm gonna brush for a second. Hands getting deep in the bristles. Getting harder to get into those fine places. It's harder to reach spots. Guess I don't know if I should do black or gold. Being that these guys are supposed to be heroes, I would assume that, they would be almost captain level. They did something great enough that the Legion wants to keep them alive, quote unquote. And they're honored this way, why they become dreadnoughts. That's why captain seems correct. And there's a lot of dreadnoughts that are really old. One of them's older than the Tau Tower, I guess relatively new to the Warhammer universe currently. There's a theory that might be the Emperor's backup plan for humanity is the Tau, which I think would actually be kind of funny if that was not. I'd like to see what the Black Templars have to say about that. Probably say something along the lines of he was corrupted somehow. Guess I'm just really sure. No, they wouldn't take it well that way. Ugh. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Charles missed. Charles. Okay. Alright, we'll go over this dreadnought quick and what we've all painted, so that way you guys can get a good view. So, what we've been working on. Say I do like the camera. It looks a lot brighter red than in person. See how bright red other ones look. I can grab Battle Brother. Because it just might be that exposure's too high. And now for different reds. I think it's because this one has that silver on top of it plus that dark wash. Right here should be red too. Maybe I will actually look up to see what rank dreadnoughts are. I don't want to take away from the captains being gold for the trim. But at the same time, I don't want to like disrespect quote unquote the dreadnought. If that makes sense. I do have the arms for him. You guys don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Not. Okay, so often holding titles like Ancient, Venerable, or Lord. Um, Retaining prior authority, but existing somewhere outside typical hierarchy. Serving as Levic relics and fountains of wisdom for the Space Marine chapters. Okay, that is not very helpful. Red Raven, dreadnought. Okay, if I had to take a guess, no, there's really no trim. I don't know. It makes it hard. So they go off of whatever authority they had before. So if this guy was a captain, would have the captain stuff. Trim of a captain. Guy was just a battle brother, would then have the black trim. You know what we're gonna do? He's gonna be. He was a lieutenant. Let's put it that way. Go off of what the lieutenant has. Lieutenant has black trim with the cream regalia. So this is gonna be cream. This is gonna be black around the toes, but around the coffin we're gonna do gold as a like a sign of respect. What we're gonna do. I guess I will have to make up some lore for this guy. What he did to become a dreadnought. Do the Blood Ravens not have a dreadnought? Dreadnought. Uh, huh. Okay, so apparently, actually, in the Dawn of War game, Hoffman's actually black on the inside. From Tigerius Ominous. Let's see. Guess I should have done this research beforehand. Yeah, thought I had it all planned out. Apparently I did not. Let's see, honor guard, captain, librarian, apothecary, also an apothecary, sergeants. Hmm. I do wonder how the apothecary is actually supposed to look. They like the normal name. Dreadnought Dawn of War 1? Hmm. Alright. You're gonna have to rush. Really use it. God, this stuff is terrible. Works fantastic, but smells terrible. To rub this gently with my fingers. and like massage it into the brush. That's what I've been doing wrong this whole time. Normally I just leave it on the brush, and I just rub it off. Water. Alright. Hopefully now actually start working again. Not just play out in 2 seconds. Nope, it played out. I have to look up how to deep clean brushes. Said something about vinegar. Love, do you remember? You're still listening. How to deep clean the brushes. I think it said something about vinegar. Sent me that video once. Hot water and dish soap. Okay. After this, I will definitely be brush. Probably my dry brush too. Could both really use. You're supposed to let it soak in the water. Or I'll call you in. Okay. I'm guessing you have the video pulled up, or you just remember it. Okay. I don't think I ever asked you. Are you excited to use your new paint brushes? Are you excited to use your new paint brushes? That's good. I do think the symbol on the back here is also going to be that cream color. And where? What? In can where? So confused. Realize I missed both of these bottoms right here. I can hints, sound effects, dynamic effects, word, highlight. Huh. Like each time I stream, I learn something new. Which I guess is good. Far from knowing everything. Right. I think we're almost getting to a different color. I'm excited. Right. Hopefully on the last little bit here. Guess there's a little bit right here. And I still have to do the arms yet. Guess we're not on a different color. Can't do this yet too. At least gonna be easy. Like oh god, what's the name? Not Ice Spice. Doja Cat. There we go. That one. Paint the town red. That's what I was. I think there are gonna be some parts, and I'm gonna go back over, put some black on. What does that even mean? Paint the town red. I have that song stuck in my head. Ban that one. Buy it. Miles isn't here to ban. I know it's his favorite thing to do. He likes banning bots. I don't know if he ever reports the bots or not. No, I did once, and I don't want to say it was a hassle, but it took a couple minutes. I guess I'll have to later what painting the town red means. Yes, now I'm in a pickle. Well, maybe I can set it down? Yeah, there we go. Right. Gonna need more paint. Better. Really hate that there's no real paint color schemes for everybody. You just kind of go off of the ultramarines. I mean, the Space Wolves, they have their own special dreadnought. Bjorn, I believe. I think it's Bjorn the Fell-Handed, if I remember correctly. And he led, I'm pretty sure he led Space Wolves for a little bit. Might be wrong on my lore there. Um, I know what everybody has dreadnoughts, but there's really not that many famous dreadnoughts, which is weird because they're all supposed to be honored heroes. I know one of the other famous ones is actually from the Emperor's Children, but he lost his life in the Horus Heresy and tried to take down Fulgrim with him because he didn't want to see his beloved Primarch fall to chaos. I think he took out some Thousand Sun Rick Marines with too. Which also I have questions on about that stuff. If no, the Horus Heresy happened in the year 30,000, and now we're in the 41st millennium, which is the 40,000 year, and they can't make more Rubik Marines because Armon would have to cast his spell again, the Rubik. How come the Thousand Suns are still around? I also have more questions. Like, if Dante's 1,500 years old, was he there during the Horus Heresy? Because then he's supposed to be 10,000 years. That's kind of a Miles question for Google. Yeah, just questions like that don't make sense to me time-wise. And they also can't make more Necrons. How many Necrons were originally made? No, there had to be years of them going through that machine where they're like, oh hey, this is a bad idea, we shouldn't be doing this. Then they all enslaved the Catan. It's just some of their timeline stuff just doesn't add up to me. They're the important questions. Red isn't it? Like I said before. Yeah, I don't know if it just wasn't shaken up enough. I've noticed some of that too a little bit. And I think as it dries, it also doesn't become as metallic. Um, I don't know. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference from, still a little wet to over here where it's drier. Maybe just needs a second, third coat. We'll say trying to paint this awkward position, not fun. In my arm, just I'm turning the dreadnought's arm. Right. Arm is just about done. Yeah. Where did it? Oh, this arm is just about done for the red, I should say. We have to make sure we get into the movable parts as well. I don't know, nobody's really gonna see it, but I'll know it's not done. I want to make sure that it as possible. Alright, so that's what we've been working on. This arm. Come on, focus. Out of this second coat. Main body. It could just be the lighting as well. Looking at it in person, it looks metallic. It could just be that it's not in focus. Show you it in a second. Yes, yeah, on camera. Well, you can kind of see that it's still metallic. I do think that is the issue, is that I just need to go over everything again, get that darker tone. Uh-oh. I think I'm out of paint. Start mixing it by hand. Bet the recipe's easy for this though. Suck if it. Move this brush off. Back in the rack for now. I'm gonna go through the foot quick, and parts are kind of thin. It doesn't have that right color. Right. This foot done. Glad about. Yeah, 4 viewers are on Twitch. Go down Twitch. Let's say message redacted. What's up, Eddie? How's it going? First person on Twitch today who isn't a bot. Go. This needs another coat. This is kind of thin. Technically, we can make this part red here too. Gauntlet. Okay, this is my first time painting a brutalist dreadnought. The only dreadnought I've painted beforehand was the venerable. I'll say it is nice painting larger model again. Been a while. I don't think it's been that long. Actually, the last large model that I painted was a Helldrake. That was like a month ago. So it has been a while. Mix up some paint. Because, yeah, there's nothing left in this. Alright, so Brimstone red. It's slaughter red. Alright, 3 and 3. Really need to mix it. Go. Use what's on the brush quick. This done. Yeah, it sucks that I had to mix some right now, right before I'm almost done with it. But such is life. And I'll know I'll have to make more in the bottle later. I paint the next bottle done. Crackle Pop Rice Krispies. I bet that's actually copyrighted. Right. Farm is actually just about done. Actually a lot faster than the other one. Around the talons. Alright. Yeah, it's actually pretty good for right now. Oh, I lied. But right, get done. That part can still move. And so technically there's supposed to be a lot of moving parts yet for the dreadnought. But I got this one on like a trade. So the other person built it all the way. I had to clean up a couple spots. Bad. Um, that is that's all painted. That is painted. This lake could use though. Of fin at least. All right. Get paint. That was still silver. Honestly, the whole boat. Kind of weird because if it's thin enough, I start seeing a little purple. I don't understand how the silver, which I don't see silver, is making the red purple, but it is. Ugh. Hey, we got 2 views on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube. Oh, we have no current viewers. Hey, follow. Welcome back. Going. Doing all right. How about yourself? Actually, I'm a little sore. That I can imagine. Prepared from the holidays, and I don't know about you, but I don't have that big of a social battery anymore. So sometimes family will take it right out of you. I don't understand. Like it, not like I don't like them or anything like that. Just kind of like meh. If that makes sense. I just haven't been very social. All right, got the red's pretty much done. I'm gonna do the black. Yeah. Actually, this right here is supposed to be cream. That painted it red. Huh. I'll go back and fix that. Paint on my brush there. That's better. The part's supposed to be red. Love it. You're done with the color. Turn out not to be done with the color. They work on the edges. Fun. Thankfully, not a lot of trim with this. Not even really trim. Make it black. Left it. But I think it's gonna look better this way. On the toes that I'm working on right now. Yes, I do. I did play Space Marines 2. Liked it quite a bit. In fact, every once in a while when I'm trying to come up with a color scheme, something like that, I will hop on there. I'll play the PvE as well. Just did the Mutolith Vortex Beast and the Dual Wing Hive Prime Hive Tyrants. Something like that. I don't know, the Tyranid, like mission 11 or something like that. Yeah, did that this past week. The Mutolith Vortex Beast was a cool fight. Normally I play Bulwark. Bulwark? I don't know. It's the Blade Guard Vet. That's the one I normally end up playing as, and then recently I've been using the Assault class with the jump pack. I found that one to be kind of fun. Biggest issue I have with Space Marines 2 is that you can't have a lot of customization to the colors. Kind of whatever colors Citadel makes, and that's it. Can't like mix and mash. But I would definitely look into those extra missions. They're a lot of fun to do. And the sniper class is, it's not a bad class, a very good class though. Just because you have hordes of Tyranids coming at you, and you get like 40 shots. But you get good with melee. And if you're mostly gonna be melee anyways, might as well pick a different class. Unfortunately. And yes, you can go invisible. So that way you can do headshots on like the bosses. but I don't know, you're better off choosing bulwark or heavy or something like that. The hammer's a lot of fun. That is one of the reasons why the I like the assault class. I think they might be the only one that gets the hammer. It's almost like Minecraft for me. You know, I'll have like that 2 week phase where I want to play it. And depending on weather, I was saying earlier, my first game with the Blood Ravens might be Monday. But you gotta love good old Wisconsin. Can't make up its mind on weather. It's 1,000 points. So don't know what army I'm actually gonna be playing against. Oh, there was one of the guys that messaged in the local game store's Discord asking if everybody wants to play on Monday. I said depending on weather. Down. So I'm hoping that the storm we're supposed to have is going to be a mild one. Meteorologist is like the one job where you can be constantly wrong and still keep your job. Yeah, one of the images that I saw for Blood Ravens, dreadnoughts, the coffin right here, inside was black. That's what I'm doing. Just because I think it actually looks cool. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Germany. I love the German food. I love the German food. I've only really had brats. I love brats. Brats and more do you need in life other than Mexican food? Mexican food's fantastic. Brat. Yeah, brats. Like spelled like brats. Brat. Might be spelled differently in Germany. Here in Wisconsin, call them brats. Kind of like sausages. Oh, they are sausages. Kind of like grandparents love. Well, my grandfather loves sauerkraut. Personally, I can't stand the smell of it even. It was like, oh, it's so good, and try the sweet sauerkraut, and she's like, I still don't like it. But that is just me. I think my dad likes sauerkraut too. For a second, I was like, ah, it's a bot. My bot. Post that in the other channels. Every hour I have that to go off. Yeah, sauerkraut's a required taste. Should stand up and take a little stretch break. Been 2 hours now of me just straight painting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the middle of that silver. I like how that looks. Alright, yeah, we're gonna take a little stretch break. Weird because I can game for hours on end. Gotta stretch. I just realized my camera's still on for Discord. Oh. But if you're in Germany, what time is it in Germany? You're like 8 hours ahead? Okay, so yeah, it's 9 o'clock at night there. That brings it to 7 hours ahead. Yeah, 7 hours ahead. That's cool. When is the storm supposed to hit us? Oh, in Canada. Alright, sounds good, follow. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Check the weather. Oh yeah, we're about to get hit with rain. And about 6 o'clock, it's gonna start snowing. Love, are you still there? Ariana? She's probably playing Hogwarts. Ugh. Oh, she says that she's still watching on TikTok too. Ugh. What happens if I pop out chat on TikTok? Oh, we already got 84 likes on this one. Nice. 34 total viewers. Huh. Yeah. I'm gonna pour out more black. That way I can actually start doing more of it without it drying out faster than what I can paint. It's been a minute since I've played Minecraft. I'll play some. Just a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to actually want to play Minecraft, but I do kind of want to. Black then that. I do think I'm going to be doing these in black as well. It's going to take me a little bit of time to do each one of them. But hopefully in the end it will be worth it. Hoping anyway. Okay. About probably about 4 o'clock, I will actually stop streaming. To give me a little bit of time to prepare for the storm. Gives my wife plenty of time to come home. Goes to her parents so that way I can stream. I asked Follow if he had any more luck with his painting. After the message him on Discord, join the server, which you guys can too. No, don't forget about that. Also, every follower on YouTube is $1 I save towards a Warlord Titan, Warlord Titan. Maybe I'll make it the other Titans first. Go the Warhound Titan, then we'll go the Reaver Titan, then we'll go the Warlord. Alright. I think we're at this layer right here, black. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing for the inner joints. Outer joint. Alright. That arm is done. There's quite a bit of red on this one. Go back over both the arms in red. Part of the legs too, if I remember correctly. Part of the arm too, we're gonna make black. We're gonna have quite a bit of silver, but we will have more black. And that was part of the whole. We're gonna figure this out as we paint. What color is gonna go where. All right. A bit better right here. We can go further in paintbrush. Back to this one. Same thing. Going over it all. Excuse me. I will say, I saw an idea that I think I'm going to steal from another creator. It was every time they open up a social media app, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, you make a post. So if you open up TikTok 20 times a day, you're gonna make 20 posts that time or that day. we're gonna start doing that. Know when we're gonna start, but it's gonna be sometimes. Guessing might actually be day after New Year's. Wouldn't you even be on New Year's, to be honest? You know, whether that's just a text thing on TikTok saying, hey, you know, what's your guys' favorite army? Or what's your favorite yada yada yada? Or if it's a picture of whatever. And it doesn't matter if the post gets any views or not. It's supposed to, I don't know what it's supposed to do, to be honest. It's supposed to help somehow. And I know once this Blood Raven army's done, I'm going to start pushing commissions a little bit. And once the Fast Stores army is done, push commissions a little more. Actually, no, once Fast Stores done, then I'll start pushing commissions. I missed quite a bit of red. We'll say, trying to get tight spots. Not exactly fun. I don't know if I would have been better off painting this black, silver. Honestly, I thought it was going to be silver just because of how much silver I was going to leave. Really not leaving that silver. I still have 3 viewers on. Cool. Honestly, I think next week I'm gonna not stream. Week off from streaming. I think I'm still gonna paint though, but there's not stream. This black is chipping. Alright. Parts that need black. Quite a bit of red. Let's move black too, right here. was some thunder. Which is crazy to hear thunder in December. But we're supposed to have this huge storm, like I said earlier. Ah. Alright. Actually, I think I'm going to end it there. Just because, one, worried about the weather. My wife gets home. Two, it's not really feeling it right now. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there. So, like I said, next week, and I'm going to take a break streaming for a weekend. So, hopefully in 2 weeks I'll be back. But not 100% sure. Might be 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. But until next time.